There comes a moment in every soul's journey when the invisible begins to move, quietly, powerfully, and without warning. You may not see it yet, but the shift has already begun. You can feel it in the stillness between your thoughts, in the gentle pull that tells you something is changing. That's not imagination, that's divine activity. God is rearranging the details of your life, aligning circumstances, people, and timing to serve the purpose He planted within you. You might look around and see nothing happening. Doors may appear closed, prayers may seem unanswered, but remember this: everything visible is born from what is unseen. The moment you believed, the shift was set in motion. Life is not happening to you, it's unfolding through you. Every challenge, every delay, every silence from heaven is a sign that something greater is forming in the background. God does not deny, He designs. The favor you've been praying for is already yours in spirit. The key is not to chase it, but to embody it. Speak from the place of fulfillment, not lack. Feel the reality of your answered prayer as if it were here now, because in the divine realm, it already is. The universe responds to your inner conviction. When you change your inner atmosphere, the outer world has no choice but to comply. So shift your focus from when will it happen to it is happening now. Every closed door is protection. Every delay is preparation. Every detour is direction. God is not punishing you, He's positioning you. The shift has begun, and though it may not yet appear in the mirror of your outer life, it is already done in the realm of spirit. Stay in faith. Speak as though you already have it. Feel as though it's already yours. Because once you do, everything that once resisted you will start working in your favor. You are entering a new season, one where grace multiplies, doors open effortlessly, and favor follows you wherever you go. The shift has begun, and this time it's all moving in your favor. ChatGPT said, "The invisible shift has already started, though your physical eyes may not yet perceive it." Life always begins in the unseen. Every visible event, every outcome, every manifestation starts as a vibration, a thought, a feeling, a silent conviction held within the spirit. Before anything takes shape in the outer world, it must first take root in the inner one. The spiritual dimension is the origin of every form. It is where the blueprint of your destiny is drawn before it ever touches the canvas of time. Right now, something is moving beneath the surface of your experience. It's quiet, it's subtle. It doesn't announce itself with thunder or noise, yet it's powerful beyond measure. While you're busy wondering if your prayers were heard, the answer is already being prepared. While you're trying to figure out how things will unfold, divine intelligence is rearranging people, places, and possibilities to align perfectly with the vibration of your faith. You may not see evidence yet, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. The invisible shift often takes place long before the visible change appears. Think of a seed buried beneath the soil. For days, weeks, maybe even months, there's no sign of life on the surface. To the impatient eye, it looks as though nothing is happening. But underground, the seed is cracking open, roots are spreading, and life is forming in the dark. The moment that seed was planted, growth began. It just wasn't visible yet. The same is true for you. The moment you set your intention, The moment you dared to believe something better was possible, the shift began. You may feel like you're standing still, but you're not. The unseen realm is in motion. Energy responds to belief. The moment you hold a new image of yourself, not the version limited by past experiences, but the one aligned with divine potential, that image begins to rearrange reality to match it. Every thought you entertain and every emotion you sustain is a brushstroke painting your future into existence. That's how powerful you are. The challenge is that most people stop believing because they cannot yet see. But sight is not the evidence of faith, it is the result of it. The physical world is simply a delayed reflection of what already exists in spirit. When you understand that truth, you no longer panic in silence. You no longer beg or chase. You rest in knowing that what's meant for you is already unfolding in unseen ways. This is why patience is not passive, it's powerful. Waiting in faith is not inactivity, it's alignment. It's choosing to believe that even in the quiet moments, God is moving. The universe is shifting. The divine plan is advancing with precision. So instead of asking, when will it happen? Begin to whisper, it's already happening, because it is. The invisible shift has begun, and soon the world will catch up to what your spirit already knows is true. Your inner state is the true architect of your outer reality. The world you see is not separate from the consciousness you carry within. Life does not respond to what you say you want. It mirrors what you truly believe. The moment your inner conviction becomes aligned with divine certainty, the kind of faith that does not waver with appearances, everything outside of you begins to reorganize itself to match that belief. Every experience you have ever lived began as a vibration in your inner world. Your thoughts, emotions, and expectations form an energetic field that communicates constantly with the universe. When that field is filled with doubt, fear, or frustration, life echoes those frequencies back through situations that reinforce them. But when you choose to dwell in faith, not just hopeful words, but genuine inner knowing, reality bends to that knowing. You become magnetic to experiences that reflect the peace, abundance, and alignment you hold within. This is why true transformation never starts by fixing the outer world. You could change jobs, move cities, or meet new people, but unless your inner atmosphere shifts, you'll recreate the same patterns in a different setting. The universe is not listening to your words, it's responding to your vibration. The energy you carry is a command, not a request. And that energy is shaped by what you believe to be true about yourself, your life, and the divine power moving through you. When you reach a place of inner certainty, the quiet confidence that you are guided, supported, and favored, that certainty radiates outward. It begins to attract the right people, opportunities, and timing without effort. Life starts to flow instead of resist. You begin to notice synchronicities, moments that seem too perfect to be coincidence. These are not accidents. They are reflections of your alignment. The external world is simply catching up to the internal frequency you've been holding. You don't have to force things into place when your inner state is right. Forcing is a symptom of doubt. Alignment is the fruit of faith. When your heart and mind are in harmony with the idea that all is working for your good, you no longer chase outcomes, you draw them. You no longer worry about how or when. You trust that what belongs to you cannot be delayed or denied. The most powerful shift you will ever experience happens the moment you choose to feel as though your desire is already fulfilled. That feeling, that calm, confident knowing, is the language the universe understands. The moment you embody it, unseen forces begin to move, circumstances, conversations, and coincidences align in ways your logical mind could never plan. So if your outer world seems chaotic or stagnant, don't rush to change the external. Go within. Adjust the frequency of your belief. Choose thoughts that match the reality you wish to live in, not the one you wish to escape. Because the instant your inner state shifts, the outer world must follow. It's not a question of if, it's a law of divine correspondence. Nothing in your life is truly against you. Though it may seem otherwise at times, every event, every delay, and every moment of resistance is part of a divine choreography guiding you toward perfect alignment. Life is not a random series of trials. It's a purposeful unfolding, designed to bring you into harmony with the version of yourself that can receive and sustain what you've asked for. When you understand this, frustration turns into faith, and confusion turns into clarity. You see, what feels like a setback is often protection. The delay you resent may be the very pause that saves you from walking into something premature. The person who walked away might have made room for the connection that will truly support your destiny. The opportunity that slipped through your fingers wasn't rejection, it was redirection. You are never being punished, you are being positioned. Every obstacle is an invitation to trust that divine intelligence knows the path better than you do. Imagine your life as a grand symphony, where every note, even the ones that sound dissonant, contributes to a perfect melody. When you are in the middle of the song, you may not understand why certain notes clash or why certain pauses stretch longer than expected. But the composer hears the entire score from beginning to end. What seems chaotic to you is harmony to the one who sees the full picture. The resistance you encounter isn't there to stop you, it's there to shape you. Every time you face disappointment and choose to stay in faith, your spiritual foundation strengthens. Every time you walk through uncertainty and refuse to surrender to fear, you expand your capacity to hold more light, more wisdom, more grace. You are being refined, not rejected. Growth requires pressure and alignment requires surrender. When something doesn't work out, it's easy to assume something went wrong. But in truth, the universe is always saying one of two things. Yes, this is for you, or not yet. I have something better. The delays are not denials. They are divine pauses to ensure everything aligns perfectly. Your timing, your readiness, and the readiness of the blessing itself. Even pain serves a purpose. It awakens you to deeper understanding. It detaches you from illusions that no longer serve your higher path. It forces you to look inward, to discover that peace isn't found in circumstances, but in connection to the divine within you. Once you grasp this, you stop fighting life. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start declaring, this is happening for me. In that shift of awareness, everything changes. You begin to see that nothing was ever lost, only transformed. Every closed door was a corridor to something greater. Every disappointment was divine realignment. So take a breath, release resistance, and trust the process. Because right now, in this very moment, everything is working for you in ways your mind can't yet comprehend, but your spirit already knows. Faith is not waiting. faith is knowing. Waiting implies uncertainty, a subtle belief that what you desire may or may not come. Knowing, on the other hand, carries the energy of completion, the inner assurance that what you have imagined already exists in the unseen and is merely awaiting expression in the physical world. The universe does not respond to wishful thinking or hopeful longing. It responds to conviction, to the vibration of someone who already is what they desire to become. Faith is the silent language of creation. It does not beg, it does not chase, and it does not doubt. It simply knows. When you operate from this state, you no longer ask if it will happen. You live as though it already has. This is not delusion, it's alignment. The outer world always follows the pattern of the inner one. When your inner world holds a picture of fulfillment with unwavering certainty, the laws of creation must bring it into form. Most people wait for evidence before they believe, but true faith works in the opposite direction. It believes first and the evidence follows. The seed doesn't demand to see the tree before growing roots. It simply knows what it is and trusts the process of becoming. Likewise, when you hold faith, you don't wait for circumstances to confirm your desire. Your belief becomes the confirmation. You carry yourself differently, think differently, and act from the vibration of completion. This is why mere hope is weak compared to conviction. Hope whispers, maybe someday. Faith declares, it's already done. The energy of hope often keeps you in a state of waiting, unconsciously affirming the absence of what you seek. Faith, however, collapses time. It draws the unseen into the now through the power of feeling. You must feel the reality of your desire as though it's already unfolding. That feeling, that inner conviction, is what communicates with the creative intelligence of the universe. To feel it is real is to summon it. The moment you allow yourself to experience the emotion of having what you desire, the peace, joy, gratitude, or freedom, your vibration shifts. You are no longer aligned with lack, you are aligned with fulfillment. The universe then responds, not to your words, but to your energetic signature. You cannot deceive this law. It does not listen to what you say, it mirrors what you feel. Faith is not passive, it's active imagination, fused with emotion. It is the art of living in the end, of walking through each day as if the promise has already been fulfilled. When you think, speak, and move from that certainty, everything around you begins to rearrange itself to match your inner conviction. So stop waiting for signs and start being the sign. Stop asking when it will come and start feeling it now. Because the moment you know, not hope, but know, creation begins to take form. Faith doesn't look for proof, it becomes the proof. Surrender is not a sign of weakness, it is the highest form of strength. It takes far more courage to release control than to cling to it. The human mind is trained to manipulate, to plan, to force outcomes, but the soul knows a deeper truth. What is truly meant for you does not require struggle. When you let go of the need to dictate the how and when, you create space for divine intelligence to move through you. This is the power of surrender. It opens the floodgates of grace, allowing life to flow effortlessly in your favor. True surrender is not about giving up, it's about giving over. Handing the steering wheel of your life back to the source that created you. It's the quiet confidence that you don't need to control every detail because a higher wisdom already has the blueprint. When you stop resisting, you stop creating friction. The energy that was once tangled in anxiety and doubt is freed to attract the very outcomes you were striving for. Life becomes lighter, smoother, and surprisingly precise. The ego believes that control equals safety. It wants to manage timing, predict outcomes, and understand every step. But control is born from fear. Fear that things won't work out unless you make them. Surrender is born from trust, the knowing that things will work out because they're guided by a power infinitely wiser than you. When you surrender, you align with that wisdom. You stop swimming upstream and allow the current of divine timing to carry you exactly where you need to go. It's in this state of surrender that miracles happen. Opportunities appear from nowhere. Doors open without effort. People cross your path who seem heaven sent. The flow of favor begins to accelerate because your energy is no longer resisting the very blessings you've been asking for. You stop blocking the current with worry and begin to flow with it through faith. Surrender doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing your part with peace instead of panic. It means taking inspired action, then releasing attachment to the outcome. You plant the seed and trust that it will grow in its own season. You stop digging up the soil every day to check if it's working. The seed knows how to grow. It just needs your patience and belief. When you live from a surrendered state, your life becomes a dance between intention and trust. You set your desire, align your belief, and then rest in the knowing that divine timing is perfect. The waiting becomes peaceful because you understand that delay is not denial, it's preparation. The truth is, the more you let go, the more power you invite in. Surrender is not the end of effort, it's the beginning of effortless alignment. When you stop trying to control everything, life reveals how beautifully it was designed to work in your favor all along. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. The discomfort, the delays, the uncertainty, none of it is random. Every challenge you're facing right now is part of a divine preparation process, shaping you into the version of yourself capable of holding the blessing you've prayed for. What you call struggle, heaven calls strengthening. What you perceive as chaos is often construction. The universe is not working against you, it's refining you. When you ask for greater things, for love, success, peace, abundance, purpose, you are, in essence, asking to be transformed. Because what you desire cannot exist at the same level of consciousness where you first desired it. A new reality requires a new you. The gap between prayer and manifestation is where that transformation takes place. It's the sacred space where your faith is tested, your patience stretched, and your trust deepened. In those moments when nothing seems to be moving, something powerful is happening within you. The divine is teaching you endurance, humility, gratitude, and surrender. These are not punishments. They're the spiritual muscles required to carry what's coming. Blessings have weight, and unprepared hands can drop what they've been given. The preparation is not to make you suffer, it's to make you strong enough to sustain the magnitude of what's meant for you. Think about it. If everything you wanted came instantly, you might not appreciate it, understand it, or even recognize it. You might still be operating from an old mindset, one that could sabotage the very thing you prayed for. The delay is divine mercy, ensuring your character, wisdom, and energy align with your request. The universe always delivers, but it will never give you something that would harm you or diminish your growth. The process often feels like breaking, but it's really becoming. The challenges chip away at everything that isn't aligned with your higher self. The pain purifies your motives, clarifies your desires, and expands your capacity to love, trust, and create. What looks like loss is often the clearing of space for something far greater. What feels like being stripped is actually being refined. So instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" begin to ask, "What is this preparing me for?" That simple shift in perception transforms suffering into purpose. You start to see that every obstacle was training, every heartbreak was awakening, and every detour was direction. When the time is right, you'll look back and realize that the preparation was the greatest gift. Because when the blessing finally arrives, the relationship, the opportunity, the breakthrough, you'll be ready. You'll have the strength, wisdom, and grace to hold it with gratitude rather than fear. The truth is, you are not waiting for the blessing. The blessing is waiting for you to be ready. And this current season, no matter how uncomfortable, is molding you into that readiness. The shift is shaping you, preparing you, and positioning you for everything you once asked for. The shift has begun, quietly, powerfully, and divinely. Everything that once seemed still is now moving, aligning, and unfolding perfectly in your favor. The unseen realm has already responded to your faith, and though the evidence may not yet appear, the promise is already fulfilled. You are no longer waiting for life to change. Life is responding to the change within you. Every moment of resistance was redirection. Every delay was divine preparation. Every closed door was a doorway to something greater. The universe is not testing you, it is teaching you to trust the unseen. When you hold faith as knowing, surrender as strength, and alignment as your natural state, the impossible becomes inevitable. You are stepping into a new chapter, one guided by divine timing, carried by grace, and fueled by conviction. Remember this truth. Nothing is working against you. Everything, every event, every silence, every shift is moving in your favor. So walk in peace, speak with faith, and move with quiet confidence. Because what's meant for you, thank you. Thank you for listening, for opening your heart to truth, and for believing in the unseen power that governs all things. May you walk in faith, live in alignment, and trust that God is moving everything in your favor, always. Take a deep breath, because if these words have found you, it's not by accident. You are standing at the threshold of divine rearrangement. Life is quietly, powerfully shifting in your favor. You've walked through uncertainty, questioned your path, and wondered if things would ever change, and yet something inside you refused to give up. That silent strength was never weakness. It was faith disguised as patience. Right now, unseen forces are aligning to bring forth the harvest of everything you have believed for. What once seemed delayed is simply being divinely timed. Every closed door, every pause was not rejection, it was redirection. Life doesn't move according to fear, it moves according to belief. The moment you stopped begging and started assuming, the moment you began to feel yourself already there, that was when the shift began. Everything you've imagined with conviction is gathering form, Reality has no choice but to obey the vibration of your inner knowing. You don't chase what's yours, you align with it. Release the struggle. Let go of the when and how. Surrender your timeline to the higher wisdom that already knows what belongs to you. You are not waiting for favor. Favor has already found you. This moment right here is a sacred reminder. The story is turning. The momentum is shifting. The tide is now flowing toward you. Every obstacle was part of your preparation. Every loss was clearing the space for what was meant to stay. You are being positioned for what you once prayed for. So lift your head, breathe deeper, and dare to believe again. Because if you're seeing this, it's your sign. The delay has expired. The door has unlocked. Everything is turning in your favor, quietly, perfectly, inevitably. It's not coming, it's already here. What you are sensing right now, that quiet pull within your spirit, that gentle awareness that something is shifting, is not random, it's not wishful thinking, and it's not your imagination. It is confirmation that the unseen has already begun to move. The shift has already started. Long before the evidence appears in the outer world, something begins to stir in the unseen realm. Within you, every great change begins there, in the silence of your inner world, where thoughts turn to conviction and conviction turns into reality. You might look around and see little progress or even confusion, but make no mistake, the rearrangement is already underway. The universe is a precise mirror of your inner state. The moment you dare to feel differently, to think differently, to assume something greater about yourself, the vibration of your being sends out a signal, and that signal cannot return empty. It draws back to you the circumstances, people, and opportunities that match your new frequency. That is not magic, it is law. The divine order of cause and effect, operating at a level most people never consciously witness. The truth is, outer change always lags behind inner transformation. The world must take its time to rearrange itself according to the blueprint you've already created in consciousness. Just as a seed grows unseen beneath the soil, your new reality is quietly forming beneath the surface of your current experience. Don't mistake the silence for stagnation. Don't assume that because nothing seems to be happening, nothing is. Every prayer you've whispered, every new belief you've entertained, every moment you've chosen faith over fear, they are all part of this unfolding shift. Sometimes the universe rearranges things by first shaking them. Old structures, relationships, or routines might start to fall apart. It's easy to panic and assume things are going wrong, but what's really happening is divine alignment. The old vibration can't coexist with the new one. The things that no longer serve your higher self must dissolve to make room for what does. What feels like loss is actually preparation. What looks like chaos is simply the old world fading out as the new one takes form. That's why your awareness is so powerful. The shift responds to your inner focus. The more you fix your attention on what's unfolding rather than what's disappearing, the faster the realignment becomes visible. Gratitude becomes your bridge between the unseen and the seen. The moment you begin to thank life, not for what you wish you had, but for what you know is already done, you speed up the manifestation process. You are not waiting for life to change. Life is waiting for you to acknowledge that it already has. The shift isn't coming someday in the future. It's already here. You are standing in the middle of it right now. The universe has heard the frequency of your new belief, and it has begun to move mountains in your favor. What you sense is real. What you feel is the beginning of fulfillment. The shift has already begun, and it's working for you. Everything you will ever experience in this world first takes root in the invisible garden of your imagination. Every dream, every achievement, every breakthrough, they all begin as unseen images held within the quiet chambers of your mind. Imagination is not fantasy, it is creation in motion. It is the place where the invisible becomes visible, where potential takes on the shape of reality. What you dare to see and feel within must eventually appear without, for life is only ever responding to the vibration of your inner conviction. The truth is, imagination is the blueprint of your destiny. It is the language through which you speak to the universe. When you imagine something with deep emotion and certainty, you are not merely daydreaming. You are constructing the pattern that life itself will follow. Everything around you today was once an invisible idea in someone's mind. The house you live in, the phone you use, the world you move through, it all began as thought. And thought became form through persistent belief. In the same way, your inner images are constantly building the architecture of your future. To imagine is to create. When you close your eyes and see yourself already in possession of the thing you desire, when you feel the emotions of fulfillment before the evidence appears, you set the law of correspondence into motion. The outer world must then adjust itself to reflect your new inner state. This is why the greatest power you possess is not action, but awareness. You don't change your world by struggling with it. You change it by assuming something greater about yourself and holding that assumption as truth even when your senses deny it. The unseen realm of imagination is the workshop of reality. It doesn't matter what the facts around you currently say. The facts are temporary, they are the product of old beliefs. What matters is what you are daring to see now, what you're feeling now. If you can sustain an image of your desired state long enough, the world will bend itself to your vision. The only limits you have are the ones you impose upon your imagination. When you allow yourself to imagine freely, without fear or doubt, you step into your role as co-creator with the divine. You begin to see that imagination is not an escape from life. It is life's truest expression. Everything begins there. Every healing, every opportunity, every transformation. When you live from the end in your mind, when you see yourself already complete, you dissolve the gap between desire and fulfillment. So dare to imagine the highest version of yourself, see it clearly, feel it deeply, walk in it mentally until it feels real, because in the unseen, it already is. The world around you is merely catching up. Imagination creates the path, and once you see it within, life has no choice but to carve it before you. There comes a sacred moment in every journey when you must learn to release, to let go of the tight grip you've kept on how and when your desire should appear. This act of surrender is not giving up, it's giving over. It's the realization that control is the language of fear, while trust is the language of faith. When you release the need to force outcomes, life begins to move freely, naturally, and beautifully in your favor. Detachment is not indifference, it's inner assurance. It's knowing that what you've asked for is already on its way, and that your only task now is to align with its arrival. Though often we block what we desire because we refuse to let go of control. We watch the clock, analyze the signs, and question whether things are working. Every time we do this, we send out a vibration of doubt, and doubt delays. The universe does not respond to impatience, it responds to faith. The moment you stop chasing, the moment you stop grasping, the energy you've been holding back is released. What you've been praying for suddenly finds an open door to reach you. Detachment is not coldness, it's peace. It's that calm knowing that says, I've done my part. Now the universe will do the rest. When you detach, you stop trying to manipulate the process and instead become a participant in the flow of divine timing. You start to realize that everything is already working in perfect harmony. Even the delays, even the detours. What you once called a setback often turns out to be divine redirection, placing you exactly where your desire can meet you most easily. Letting go does not mean losing interest. It means trusting that your desire has already been heard and answered. Just as a farmer plants a seed and does not dig it up every day to check if it's growing, you too must allow your intentions to take root in the unseen. Constantly worrying about how or when something will happen only uproots what is already developing beneath the surface. True alignment comes when you plant your desire in faith and then live in the joy of expectation, not in the anxiety of waiting. When you detach, you align your energy with the outcome instead of the absence of it. You shift from longing to having, from need to knowing. Life then mirrors that inner ease with outer flow. Unexpected opportunities begin to appear. The right people cross your path. Doors open effortlessly because you've stopped standing in your own way. Letting go is not weakness, it is ultimate strength. It is the courage to trust that the same power that gave you the vision will also fulfill it. The universe knows the timing, the path, and the sequence better than you ever could. So breathe deeply, release the tension, and allow life to do what it does best. Deliver exactly what you've been holding in faith. Detachment is not the end of effort, it is the beginning of alignment. Everything you experience in life is a mirror reflecting the state of consciousness you are living from. The outer world does not happen to you, it happens through you. Your relationships, your opportunities, your challenges, all of them arise from the vibration of who you believe yourself to be. This is the quiet yet undeniable law of existence. Your inner state commands reality. The world faithfully projects the image you hold within. If you see yourself as overlooked, life will find ways to confirm that belief. If you see yourself as favored, doors will open without struggle. The conditions around you are simply the echo of your inner assumptions. This is why true transformation never begins with circumstances. It begins with identity. The moment you assume something new about yourself, the moment you begin to live from that inner conviction rather than striving toward it, reality must reorganize to reflect it. Your outer world is not stubborn, it's obedient. It responds precisely to the story you're telling yourself every day. Many people try to change their life by working harder or pushing against what they don't want, but all that effort is in vain if the inner story remains the same. You cannot attract abundance while holding the assumption of lack. You cannot experience love while secretly believing you are unworthy of it. You cannot step into freedom while identifying as trapped. The change must happen at the level of being, not doing. When you shift your inner state, the outer world follows like a shadow. It may not happen instantly in form, but it happens immediately in energy. And once the inner vibration stabilizes, the physical must catch up. This is why faith feels so powerful. It's the conscious act of living from the unseen reality as though it were already true. Faith doesn't beg, it assumes. It doesn't wait for proof, it rests in knowing. Every time you choose to hold a new assumption about yourself, you give birth to a new world. The outer world is simply the stage upon which your inner convictions perform. If you want a new experience, step into a new state of being. Ask yourself, who would I be if my desire were already fulfilled? And then begin to live from that answer. Walk, speak, and think as that person now. The universe has no choice but to respond in kind. When you recognize that reality is not external but reflective, life becomes effortless. You stop trying to fix appearances and instead transform the root your consciousness. The instant you assume a new identity and persist in it, everything outside must conform. It cannot resist you because it is you. The world is your mirror, and when you change the image you hold within, the reflection must change without. The power has never been outside of you. It has always been your inner state commanding reality. There is a rhythm to life that operates beyond your understanding, a divine order that orchestrates events with absolute precision. When things seem delayed or uncertain, it is not because you have been forgotten, it is because everything is being divinely arranged in perfect sequence. Divine timing is not human timing. It does not rush and it does not hesitate. It moves with purpose, ensuring that every piece aligns at the exact moment it is meant to. Many people mistake waiting for stagnation. They assume that when nothing appears to be happening, the dream has died or the prayer has gone unanswered. But what you call delay, the universe calls preparation. In the unseen, forces are being woven together, people, opportunities, lessons, and alignments, all moving toward the fulfillment of your intention. The pause you are in is sacred. It's not punishment, it's positioning. You are being placed exactly where you need to be for what you've asked for to unfold with grace. Divine timing often hides its perfection in what seems like chaos. Doors may close, plans may shift, relationships may end. But these are not signs of failure. They are the subtle movements of divine intelligence. Life knows what must leave so that what belongs can enter. Sometimes the thing you desire most cannot arrive until you become the person who can sustain it. The waiting period is not wasted time, it's transformation. Every experience in the in-between is shaping you, strengthening you, refining you into alignment with what's already yours. When you learn to trust divine timing, you enter a state of peace. You no longer chase outcomes or panic at delays. You understand that everything is happening for you, not to you. You begin to live with quiet assurance, knowing that life's clock is never late. What's meant for you doesn't need to be forced. It flows. The pieces that once seemed scattered will suddenly click into place when the moment is right, and when it happens, it will happen effortlessly. The beauty of divine timing is that it always brings more than you expected and arrives better than you planned. You might have thought your dream was delayed, but it was actually being perfected. The universe never forgets what you believed for. It simply ensures that its arrival blesses you and not burdens you. Everything that appears slow or silent is serving a higher purpose. The unseen orchestration is working in your favor even when you can't perceive it. So release the urge to control the pace of your journey. Trust the process that you cannot see but can feel. Every step, every pause, every redirection is sacred. Life is not behind schedule, it is right on time. When it arrives, you will understand why it couldn't have come a moment sooner or later. Everything is unfolding in perfect divine order. Every piece is falling exactly where it should, perfectly, purposefully, and inevitably. There comes a point in every journey when the air grows still. Not because nothing is happening, but because everything is aligning. That stillness you feel right now is not emptiness, it is expectancy. You are standing at the edge of fulfillment. It's the sacred moment before manifestation, the quiet pause before the curtain rises on what you've been waiting for. This is the calm before your breakthrough, and though it may feel uncertain, it is a sign that the divine is completing what it began. Every challenge you faced was never meant to break you. It was meant to build the strength and faith required for what's about to unfold. Every delay, every disappointment, every unanswered prayer was shaping your inner world to match the magnitude of your destiny. What once felt like resistance was actually refinement. The universe was teaching you patience, deepening your trust, and preparing you to hold the blessing you've been calling in. You could not arrive at this moment without the preparation that preceded it. The edge of fulfillment is a sacred threshold. It often feels like nothing is happening, yet everything is. It's the moment when life tests your inner stability. Do you still believe, even when you can't yet see? This is where your faith speaks louder than your fears. This is where you rest, not in evidence, but in knowing. When you reach this stage, it means the manifestation has already taken root. It is simply waiting for the perfect moment to appear in your visible world. Think of it like dawn. The sky is dark just before the first light appears. The silence before sunrise is not the absence of life. It's the universe holding its breath before illumination. The same is true for you. That quiet, almost unbearable pause you feel is not the end. It's the prelude to a new beginning. What's coming is bigger than what you lost, greater than what you imagined, and more aligned than what you once tried to force. You have already crossed the hardest parts of your path. The lessons have been learned, the old patterns have been released, and your vibration now matches what you've been believing for. The universe doesn't withhold. It delivers when you are ready to receive. And readiness is not about effort, it's about embodiment. You've become the version of yourself that can hold the life you once dreamed of, and now life is responding. So take a deep breath and trust the stillness. Don't rush the unfolding, savor it. The energy has already shifted. The door is already unlocked. You're not waiting for your breakthrough, it's waiting for you to recognize that it's here. You are standing at the edge of fulfillment, and soon the invisible will become visible. Every challenge, every tear, every unanswered moment has led you right to this divine threshold. The calm you feel is not the end, it is the beginning of everything you've ever asked for. And now, as you stand in this moment, take a deep breath and realize everything has already begun to move in your favor. The shift is not coming, it's happening. You have aligned your inner world with faith, surrendered control, trusted divine timing, and stepped into the calm before fulfillment. Every delay was direction, every challenge was preparation, and every prayer has been heard. The universe is responding to the new vibration you carry. the one built on trust, gratitude, and quiet certainty. You are no longer chasing what's yours, you are allowing it to come. Life is rearranging itself to mirror your belief, and what's unfolding ahead will prove that nothing was ever wasted. The pieces are falling into place, the doors are opening, and favor is flowing toward you effortlessly. You are walking into a season where the unseen becomes seen, where the waiting turns into receiving, and where peace gives birth to manifestation. So, lift your head, walk in faith, and remember, you are not behind, not forgotten, and not overlooked. You are perfectly positioned, divinely guided, and deeply supported. Everything is turning in your favor, and this is your time to witness it. Thank you. Thank you for being here, for listening with your heart, and for believing again in what's possible. May these words remind you that your power lies within, that faith is never in vain, and that life is always working for you. Even when you can't yet see how, stay open, stay trusting, and stay grateful, because everything you've hoped for is already on its way. Something invisible is happening right now, a sacred movement beneath the surface of your life, quiet yet unstoppable. The shift has begun. The very energy of the universe is turning in your favor. The tides that once resisted you are now carrying you toward everything you once dreamed of. What you've prayed for, imagined, and longed to see is already in motion. You may not see all the signs yet, but they are forming behind the veil. Life doesn't announce its blessings before they arrive. It rearranges itself in silence. Every delay that frustrated you was never a denial, it was preparation. Every closed door was a divine detour leading you to the one that opens easily. Every moment you stayed faithful when nothing moved, that was when the heavens took note. The universe mirrors your conviction, not your circumstances. The moment you shifted within, the moment you stopped doubting and started knowing, creation began responding. You became aligned with what was already yours. Your belief became the command that moved mountains. The invisible hand of destiny started setting things in order, guiding the right people, the right opportunities, and the right timing into your path. This is not the same season you were in before. The energy has changed. You've entered a divine rhythm where resistance turns into flow. Life no longer feels like a battle because you've stopped wrestling with appearances. You've learned that to win in life, you must first win in imagination. To receive, you must first rest in the knowing that it's already done. Every apparent setback is now a setup for elevation. Every unanswered prayer is about to be fulfilled in a higher form. Every delay was heaven's way of saying, "Not yet, because I'm preparing something better." The shift is not coming, it has already begun. You are walking through doors you once knocked on in vain. You are meeting people who carry keys to your next level. You are stepping into moments that feel like destiny because they are. From this point on, carry yourself as one who has already received. Speak as if it's finished. Move as if the way is made. Feel as if you are already there, because in truth, you are. The outer world is simply catching up to your inner decision. Everything is working in your favor now. The unseen has said yes. The energy has turned. The promise is alive. And as you rest in this awareness, watch how effortlessly life unfolds. The struggle ends where certainty begins. This is your moment. The shift has begun, and it's all working for you, not against you. The universe has conspired. The path is open, and your time has come. Walk in it with quiet confidence, knowing that the unseen power that called you to rise is the same power ensuring that you do. The unseen shift has already begun. Your outer world is aligning with your inner belief. What you once could only imagine in silence is now beginning to take form in the physical. It may not yet be visible to your eyes, but the vibration of your life has changed. The unseen world responds not to effort, but to alignment. The moment your inner conviction shifted from doubt to faith, from hoping to knowing, something profound began to move in your favor. Reality itself started rearranging to reflect your inner state. Everything around you is a mirror. The people you meet, the circumstances you face, the opportunities that arise, all of it echoes the frequency of what you hold within. When you were uncertain, life mirrored uncertainty. When you felt undeserving, you met closed doors. But when your inner vision became clear, when you finally decided that what you desire is already yours, the mirror began to reflect a different image. The outer world had no choice but to comply. This is the law of creation. The world you see is a shadow of the world you hold in consciousness. You cannot change the shadow by touching it. You must change the light that casts it. When you shift inwardly, life must follow. There is no delay in the unseen realm. There is only the time it takes for the visible world to catch up with what has already been decreed within you. You might still be walking through familiar surroundings, but notice how everything feels different. The same streets carry a new vibration. The same conversations begin to open unexpected doors. The same opportunities that once slipped away now seem to reach for you. This is not coincidence, it is correspondence. Life is responding to the new you, the one who believes without hesitation, the one who knows that all things are already working together for good. Do not be fooled by appearances. The physical world is the slowest to change, but change it must. It cannot resist the power of your inner transformation. Every time you hold the feeling of your fulfilled desire, you are imprinting a new pattern onto reality. The energy around you begins to shape itself into form, piece by piece, moment by moment, until what you once imagined becomes undeniable fact. So remain still and certain. You do not need to chase, force, or struggle. The shift has already begun. Your faith has done the work, and the universe is now in motion to deliver what you have already accepted as truth. Every obstacle is dissolving. Every delay is turning into divine timing. All things are converging in perfect order to match your inner belief. Trust the unseen process. Feel it as done, and it will be done. For the outer world is but the echo of your inner song. And now that you are singing a new melody, one of faith, power, and certainty, life itself is dancing to your rhythm. What once felt delayed was divine preparation for your greater unfolding. Every moment you thought was wasted was actually sacred time. Time the universe used to shape you, refine you, and align you with what you were truly meant to receive. The waiting was never punishment. It was positioning. The path wasn't denied to you. It was being prepared for you, and you were being prepared for it. When you asked for growth, you didn't realize that growth often hides inside silence. When you asked for strength, you didn't know it would come through endurance. When you prayed for elevation, you didn't expect it to require surrender. Yet, everything that seemed to slow you down was in fact pulling you into alignment with a higher version of yourself, the one capable of holding the blessing you asked for. You see, destiny cannot deliver what you are not yet ready to carry. The delay was divine timing disguised as disappointment. You were never behind schedule. You were being synchronized with purpose. Every seeming setback was a sacred setup. The unanswered prayers, the closed doors, the detours that confused you. They were all recalibrations from the unseen, leading you to the precise place where your desire and your readiness could meet in perfect harmony. Had things come earlier, you might have doubted your worth or mishandled the opportunity. You might have settled too soon or moved from fear instead of faith. But because of the delay, you learned to trust without proof. You learned to walk by inner conviction rather than outer evidence. You developed the stillness that anchors miracles and the faith that commands them. That waiting season taught you who you are, not someone desperate for change, but someone powerful enough to create it. The divine works differently than the world. It builds you before it blesses you. It refines your vision before revealing the outcome. It clears away what doesn't belong so you can fully receive what does. That's why the delay was never random. It was sacred order. The universe was clearing your path, shifting the pieces, and aligning the timing so that when your breakthrough arrived, it would stay. Now you can look back and see it, the wisdom in the waiting. Every closed door was protection. Every redirection was guidance. Every pause was preparation for the leap that's coming next. The foundation beneath your life has been quietly strengthened. The unseen has been setting the stage for your emergence. And now the unfolding begins. So release the idea that you were ever late. Nothing is lost, nothing was wasted. The delay was divine, and you are now stepping into the very moment it was designed to prepare you for. What once felt like waiting has turned into arrival. What once felt like silence has become a song of victory. The preparation is complete, and your greater unfolding is now in motion. You are now standing in the vibration of answered prayer. Nothing is against you anymore. The energy around you has shifted, and whether you can see it or not, everything is working in divine harmony. The struggle that once consumed your thoughts is dissolving because your inner state has changed. You are no longer begging the universe to move. You are resting in the knowing that it already has. The prayer you once whispered in desperation has now become your living reality because you finally became one with the feeling of its fulfillment. When you prayed, the answer was given instantly, but it could not reach you until you rose into the vibration of belief. The universe never withholds. It responds to frequency. The moment you stopped asking from lack and began thanking from completion, the energy around you began to shift. You stopped speaking from waiting and started living from receiving. That's when the invisible doors opened. That's when resistance broke. You are now standing where everything flows to you with ease, because nothing within you is pushing it away. You are no longer fighting what is or fearing what may come. You have entered a state of inner harmony where your desires and your faith walk hand in hand. You are not chasing, you are allowing. You are not hoping, you are knowing. And that knowing radiates a frequency that draws every good thing toward you effortlessly. Nothing is against you anymore because you no longer believe in opposition. You have learned that the world mirrors your state of being. When you felt small, life reflected obstacles. When you felt unworthy, life echoed that belief. But now that you stand in your power, life must bend to the energy of your certainty. You are no longer at war with your circumstances, for you understand that they are simply responding to you. The outer world cannot oppose the one who stands firm in faith. You have entered the vibration of answered prayer, the feeling that it is already done. And in that feeling, there is peace. You don't need to control, you don't need to prove, you don't even need to understand. You simply need to remain aligned with gratitude, joy, and quiet confidence. From this state, life unfolds in divine order. The right people show up. The perfect timing reveals itself. What once seemed impossible becomes effortless. So release any lingering fear. Let go of every doubt that tries to whisper otherwise. The universe has already said yes to you. You are not waiting for the blessing. You are the blessing unfolding. Every cell of your being vibrates with fulfillment, and that vibration is calling everything you desire into form. Walk forward, knowing that nothing is against you anymore. Not the past, not circumstances, not time. You are one with divine favor now, standing in the living answer of every prayer you've ever spoken. Your state of being is the magnet that draws all favorable conditions. Life does not respond to what you say you want, it responds to what you are. The universe listens not to words, but to vibration, to the quiet hum of your inner world. Every thought, every emotion, every belief you carry sends out an energetic signal that shapes your experience. The world is not happening to you, it is echoing you. What you radiate within becomes the magnet that attracts everything you see without. When your state of being is rooted in peace, life reflects harmony. When it's filled with gratitude, doors open easily. But when it's clouded with fear, lack, or doubt, the reflection must match that too. This is why transformation begins inwardly, not externally. You cannot fight circumstances and win, but you can shift your inner frequency and watch circumstances align themselves. The universe is not withholding your desires. It's simply waiting for you to become a match to them. Think of your state as an atmosphere. When you walk in the energy of faith, assurance, and joy, you create an atmosphere where miracles feel at home. Favor flows naturally because there is no inner resistance. The things you desire are drawn to you not because you chase them, but because you embody the feeling of already having them. You don't need to force outcomes. Your being itself is the magnet. The mistake most people make is trying to change the world while staying the same within. They beg for abundance while vibrating scarcity. They speak of love but dwell in loneliness. They chase success while holding beliefs of unworthiness. But the universe cannot be deceived. It mirrors precisely what you believe to be true about yourself. The moment you change your inner self-concept, the moment you feel abundant, loved, successful, and blessed, everything around you reorganizes to reflect that truth. This is why peace is powerful. When you rest in the knowing that life is for you, not against you, you stop emitting the vibration of fear. You start radiating confidence, and confidence attracts solutions. You start feeling deserving, and deserving energy attracts opportunity. You start loving life, and life begins loving you back. So pay attention not to appearances, but to how you feel. Your feelings are the compass of creation. When you lift your inner state through gratitude, visualization, and faith, you lift your entire life. Conditions that once resisted you begin to move. People shift, doors open, timing synchronizes. Nothing changes because you forced it. It changes because your vibration called it into harmony. You are magnetic. You are not separate from the good you seek. You are its source. When your inner world glows with certainty, joy, and peace, life has no choice but to mirror it. Everything you desire, love, abundance, success, opportunity, is already orbiting you, waiting for one thing. The moment your state of being rises to meet it, life rearranges itself to match the conviction of your inner certainty. The moment you decide something within you, truly decide it, the outer world begins to bend in that direction. Circumstances that once seemed immovable begin to shift. People show up, timing aligns, opportunities appear out of nowhere. This is not luck, it is law. Life cannot resist the force of unwavering conviction. When you stand in the knowing that your desire is already yours, the universe has no choice but to mirror that knowing back to you. Everything in your experience is a reflection of what you believe to be true. The world is a mirror, not a maker. It doesn't create your destiny, it reflects the story you hold in consciousness. When you waver, it wavers. When you doubt, it delays. But when you stand firm in faith, life rushes to confirm it. Your conviction becomes the blueprint from which reality takes form. That is why nothing external needs to change first. You do. The moment you shift inwardly, reality begins to catch up. True certainty is not arrogance or stubbornness. It is calm assurance. It is the quiet, unshakable knowing that what you have imagined is already unfolding. It does not look for signs because it is the sign. It does not seek validation because it is validated from within. This kind of faith doesn't chase, it attracts. It doesn't beg, it commands. The person who is certain does not ask if the promise will come. They live as though it already has. And life, ever faithful, responds in kind. It begins to move in subtle yet undeniable ways. You find yourself in the right place at the right time. What once felt difficult becomes effortless. The people, ideas, and moments that once seemed far away are drawn into your orbit. You are no longer striving for alignment because you have become alignment itself. Life must rearrange to reflect your conviction. It cannot do otherwise. This is why inner certainty is more powerful than any outer effort. The person who believes they must struggle, strive, or beg will continue to meet resistance. But the one who stands still in faith commands a reality of ease. Conviction is creative power. It speaks silently but with authority, declaring to the universe, "It is done." And creation responds instantly, setting in motion the chain of events necessary to bring it into form. So stop trying to force outcomes. Instead, cultivate inner certainty. Let your thoughts, emotions, and actions flow from the state of already having received. Feel the fulfillment now. Walk as though your dream has already manifested, and life will begin to shape itself around that truth. The universe mirrors conviction. It rearranges itself not for the hesitant, but for the decided. Once you decide within that it's already yours, the unseen begins to orchestrate every detail. The invisible becomes visible. The impossible becomes natural. Life, as it always does, obeys the certainty of your inner belief. This is not the end of the old. It's the visible beginning of your new destiny. What feels like an ending is not destruction, it is transformation. The familiar is fading because something greater is taking form. The doors that closed were not rejections, they were signals that your time in that chapter has fulfilled its purpose. You have outgrown what once sustained the old season, no longer matches who you have become. Life is not breaking apart, it's breaking open. Every ending carries within it the seed of a beginning. The collapse you see is only the clearing required for the new to emerge. You cannot hold the next chapter while clinging to the last one. So the universe, in its infinite wisdom, gently removes what cannot walk with you into the new level of your becoming. It looks like loss, but it is liberation. It feels like chaos, but it is creation. Something sacred is unfolding beneath what your eyes can see. Your destiny is not behind you, it is being born through you. The things that once felt stable may be shifting because you are being realigned with your higher path. The very things that once gave you comfort are now being stripped away so that you may lean entirely into faith, into trust that what is coming is far greater than what is leaving. The dismantling is evidence of divine movement. You are stepping into a version of yourself that cannot be contained by the limitations of the past. The old self was necessary for a time. It taught you, prepared you, and shaped your strength. But now the vibration of your life has elevated. The dreams that once felt distant are now within reach because you are no longer the same person who first imagined them. You have grown in awareness, in wisdom, and in inner power. The old chapter could not hold the magnitude of who you are becoming. That is why it had to end. Not to break you, but to free you. This is the visible beginning of your new destiny. The signs are already here if you look closely. A shift in energy, a sense of readiness, a quiet confidence that something magnificent is unfolding. You are not standing in loss, you are standing in emergence. The path ahead may still seem uncertain, but that uncertainty is sacred. It means you are walking by faith now, not by sight. So release the urge to mourn what has passed, bless it, thank it, and let it go with love. It served its divine purpose. Stand tall in this moment of rebirth, knowing that the universe never takes without giving more in return. The old has fulfilled its function, and the new is rising in its place. This is your time of renewal, expansion, and ascension. You are not at the end, you are standing at the threshold of your divine beginning, where destiny finally reveals itself in form. And now, as we stand in this sacred moment of realization, understand this: the shift has already begun. The universe is not waiting for your permission, it is responding to your faith. Everything that once seemed delayed was divine preparation. Every silence was filled with purpose. Every step, even the painful ones, was guiding you here, to the threshold of your new destiny. You are no longer the seeker, you are the receiver. The unseen world has heard your every word, felt your every intention, and it has conspired in your favor. Life is aligning itself perfectly to match the conviction of your belief. You are now standing in the vibration of answered prayer, and nothing is against you anymore. The world around you is simply reflecting the power that has awakened within you. So walk forward with peace in your heart and certainty in your mind. Trust that what is yours cannot be taken, delayed, or denied. This is your time. This is your season. The old has fallen away, and the new has already begun to rise. From this point on, expect the miraculous. Expect favor. Expect everything to work in your favor, because it already is. Your only task now is to remain in gratitude, to give thanks not because you are waiting to receive, but because you already have. The evidence may still be forming, but the truth is established. The unseen has spoken. The shift is complete. Thank you for listening. Stay in faith, stay in peace, and remember, everything is working in your favor now.